So obviously when I tried to replicate that cycle, but my life looked like it was falling apart, it was the fucking end of the world for me. And Hey yo, good morning YouTube. Welcome back to another freaking video, and today we're going to be going over the last 3 weeks of the stack to compete on April 27. Now your boy just showered up. I'm actually going to do my injection right now, and then we'll start off on breakfast and see where this day takes us.
I believe I'm self-made, yeah. 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 Let's go.
Congratulations, Mark Plummer.
Alright guys, so lots going on this morning. I was actually just cooking breakfast and I got a knock at the door of all the Gorilla Mind and Intelligent Shop products that just came in. Our weight today was 232 pounds, so we are more than on track for 220. Your boy's old. I'm 26 now. Yesterday, I decided to do some squat work, but I wanted to work on the stability. So I wanted to do like 600, 635, 650, 675, 700, and just work on one step back, brace, and squat. And I woke up today and my fucking knee can't move, and I kind of knew it yesterday because I couldn't do anything after squats, but I can walk fine, so I don't think there's any crazy damage done. It's probably just really irritated from squatting 700 pounds. So you guys already know the drill. Wolverine protocol. We got BPC 157 and TB 500. I'm not gonna put that in like the later stack because I'm showing it to you now. We're gonna really up the dosages here. So we're gonna do 500 micrograms twice a day for the BPC because this is gonna help the inflammation on my back as well as it's gonna help this little knee injury. 500 micrograms of TB 500 every day. Normally it's every other day, but I just really need to make sure that we stay injury-free to this competition. 2 IUs of growth hormone. The finances right now for growth hormone aren't there. So we're gonna do 1 injection for my back. Right now, we're gonna do it for my knee. So what I would do is just basically pull your pants down. No legs now. And I would just pinch the skin here, in here, out, and massage it out, and that's it. Now BPC is best, let me pull my pants up. BPC is best when it's near the area, but it doesn't have to be. If you just do your stomach, you're more than fine. Because when I had my gyno surgery, this shit healed my gyno surgery so quick, and I just did it in my stomach because I had the drains and the vest in. Don't overthink that shit, it's pretty pointless. Even though we're still dieting, we are still eating like good tasting foods. We're just incorporating more like health foods into it. So we got some fruits. We got a liter of water before meal 1 even gets down. We have 3 eggs, 2 slices of toast, and 2 slices of super burnt chicken bacon that I forgot that was in there. But I'm just gonna make like a sandwich out of that and crush that. What we got for these packages. So obviously you guys know I have some of the best hair in the game. I have some of the worst skin, best hair. And that attributes all to finasteride, 1 milligram a day, as well as the ketocozo shampoo. I use this 3 times a week. And then minoxidil. I use minoxidil once or twice a week. And this is amazing for rebuilding hair follicles. You'll get thicker hair, you'll get more hair on your bald spots. Finasteride is more of a preventative measure, where minoxidil is actually going to help rebuild hair follicles. Now, if you're fucking bald, you're fucking out of luck. Like, there's nothing really that's gonna bring your full head of hair back. But if you're starting to bald, starting to thin, starting to recede, get on minoxidil now. Minoxidil, you don't need a prescription for. Finasteride, you need a prescription. Minoxidil, you can go to Intelligent Shop. I do have a promo code MARK, which gets you 10% off. And you can buy this today and start fixing your hair today. Gorilla Mind packages. I didn't order too much this time. Full cupboard of everything Gorilla. Like, legit. Of Bobsicle. And I ordered another Gorilla drink just so I can get this sleep. Guys, this is the new GOAT of energy drinks. I had these at the Arnold Classic. Blackberry lemonade energy drinks. These are so freaking good. As you can see, the package is already open because your boy put one in the freezer the minute they came in because I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. We already had our liter of water, so we get to take a little sip of this. Bro, that is it. That is it. I was wondering because they came out with flavor after flavor after flavor after flavor after flavor after flavor, and they're good. They're good, don't get me wrong, but they're not a white monster. This is a fucking white monster. Thank you guys so much for everyone that uses my code, especially now that Gorilla is in some supplement stores. When you guys use my code on the websites, I do get commission from that, and it drastically helps me like upkeep these videos, pay my filmer more, come up with better creative ideas, and hopefully in the future when finances get a little bit better from this crazy $100,000 lawsuit that I'm fucked in, be able to travel and get back to collabing with Jesse James West. Supreme Patty reached out and he wants to do something midsummer, so it's gonna be great. So I'm gonna make all this breakfast up and then I'll see you in a little bit. We actually just did a huge Costco haul, and by huge, I mean it was $78, and I'm gonna show you exactly what you can get for $78 in Canada. We got a thing of blueberries for $12. We got 30 eggs for $10. We got some water for $5. And then I am gonna do some cardio tonight. A lot of cardio, like an hour. It's a rest day today, so we're gonna do like an hour of cardio. So we ended up getting these tortilla wraps. There's about 10 wraps in there with a little bit of cheese and some chicken for $15. And then we got some veggie spring rolls for $15. Oh, and then I got my dad like this vegetable platter. Broccoli, carrots, tomatoes, because he really likes that, for $20. And so that's what we got. We got 7 items for $70. No, we got 6 items for $70. That's just Canada for you. We also had a massive carbon tax increase April 1st, so gas is about $1.80 per liter right now. I love that. Just love that for here. And all the bills have skyrocketed because the earth's being polluted too much. Love that. Love that for us. I'm going to go to the gym, get like an hour of cardio done. Probably going to do 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. I'm going to see how my knee feels. It feels a little bit better from walking around all day, but doesn't feel 100%. And then we're gonna come home and I'm going over the new stack that we are on for the last 3.5 weeks before the meet. And you'll be surprised. It's quite low, but I feel like strength is more training your CNS system to be strong rather than just plowing as much drugs as you can. All right, guys, so we are down to the steroid section, and then I think I'm gonna throw my bench press clips in from yesterday because we're kind of like 2 days behind schedule. But just to make these videos a little bit longer, you guys know that I dropped the Tren, I dropped the Halo, I dropped the Anadrol like weeks ago because the Anadrol was just making me so upset in the stomach. You guys know that I had a stomach ulcer that I still technically have. I can take the Anadrol closer to the meet, like 1 week out, because Anadrol is such a fast acting thing. Within 3 days, you're fucking on it. Same with Halo. So I'm gonna add that to the end of this. Don't really need to talk about it. The Tren and the Halo, guys, I deal with copious amounts of stress every single day, from lawsuits to running 3 different companies to working a fucking bartending job to upkeeping relationships, upkeeping personal training clients. Like, I really try to do it all. And the Tren and the Halo, it was making me more irritable. It was making me just fucking miserable, man. I actually started the Tren and Halo because I was so fucking depressed that I remembered being on Tren and being like, yo, I'm it. I'm the fucking shit. I'm the fucking man. And because it does make you feel like that. It makes you feel like this super villain. And I love that because everyone's like, no, Tren makes you feel like the superhero. No, it makes you feel like the super villain. That there's nothing that anyone can say, do that will fuck with you. You're the fucking king shit. If someone fucks with you, you'll fucking kill them. You know what I mean? And I just couldn't have that mentality because, one, I'm not even trying to break the all-time world record at this powerlifting meet. I'm just getting back into the game after 6 years of being injured. And 2, it wasn't worth watching my companies, watching my relationships, watching everything else in my life crumble for no fucking reason. You have to remember that Tren and Halo especially, but even the stuff we are about to go over, will enhance what you already are feeling. When I felt like the man, when I felt like I was king shit, it was because I was in a great mental state when I was in that cycle. I truly believed that I was doing great. Everything in my life was lining up. So obviously when I tried to replicate that cycle, but my life looked like it was falling apart, it was the fucking end of the world for me, and I got into the most negative black hole ever. I can't explain the feeling. It honestly scared myself knowing that I have the resources to kill myself right now. And my life just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And I wasn't in the right mental state to say, you know what, in 2 months from now, this is all going to work out. And even if it doesn't, who the fuck cares? I should be around for at least another 20 to 30 years, I think. You know, so like, you never know what's going to happen. That's why I live so extreme. But at the same time, I do project me at least living till 50. And after 50, your body starts really failing you anyways. And I don't know, after 60, I see the way that most people live, and I would rather be dead anyways. So unless I have kids, then obviously you stay alive for them. But let's get into it. So I do not recommend you take any of this. Obviously, I live in Canada. If you live in the UK, steroids are legal. So obviously I can possess all of this with no issues whatsoever. If you live in the United States, please know the law of your state. It is a felony to even possess this shit. I have been competing in powerlifting and bodybuilding for 7 years. I have done every cycle you could probably think of, from the lowest 300 milligrams a week of only test all the way to the ridiculous bigger by the day cycle that I just finished, which you guys know was completely stupid. More drugs do not equal a better physique, and I've said this so many times, and I did all those experiments to prove it. I'm a genetic freak for getting strong. I squatted 800 pounds on 500 milligrams of test, 300 milligrams of Deca, and some Halo. That's it. You know what I'm saying? There's some people that can take every drug under the sun and will never squat 800 pounds. And I don't have genetics to get big. There's not enough juice in the world that would make me look like Dallas McCarver. You just have to work with your genetics and do not try to abuse the steroids because you don't have the genetic potential to get there. Just focus on being the best person you can be, but doing it safely within reason. Obviously, you're going to have to abuse this stuff to be fucking great, but you don't need to go that extra limit where you're putting your health at risk. So we're going to start with the orals. Now, we obviously are keeping the test end and the test prop. I love having the longer ester and the shorter ester because the longer ester keeps me fucking fueled, you know?
I'm the same every single day. There's no ups and downs. There's no aggression. It's just higher tests. Your body produces it naturally. We're doing 400 milligrams of an enthate, and we're doing 200 milligrams of prop a week. The prop gives me that little like every day. Because it is such a short ester, I feel a little more energy. I feel a little more aggression. I feel a little more like, let's fucking kill this day than just taking nth. That's why we put them together. And for the weight cut that I'm going to be doing about 5 days from the competition, I will drop the nth about 10 days out and just do 500 milligrams of prop leading into the meet, so I hold less water. Now we also added in EQ because that was in the bigger by the day cycle. Equipoise, I honestly don't really fucking need. It's more of an aesthetic drug. While I'm cutting, it gives me a little more fullness, but it does allow more oxidization to the muscles. It allows more oxygen in, and I feel that on a lot of volume work and a lot of rep work, it really helps. As well as EQ, not as much as Deca, but it does help my joints. I don't feel as much joint pain because if I was not taking EQ, I would be taking Mastron. And Mastron, as good as it is for the anti-estrogen side of things, it wrecks your joints because you are a little more dry and you are more prone to an injury because of that. So I chose to go with EQ, and we're doing that at 600 milligrams a week. Then we have injectable Primo because I like the way it makes me feel. I get no side effects from Primo. We take 1 milligram of finasteride and we use Intelligent Shop minoxidil 2 to 3 times a week to keep my hairline perfect. Just go into the gym feeling good. It helps with that roundness. It helps with the training. And right now it's purely performance and making weight. I don't overly care how much I look like, but I want to make sure that every training session is 100% and recovery is optimal. And these 4 things, in my personal opinion, give me the perfect ratio of everything. And that's why I take them. Like I said, I've experimented with so many different things that I know what substances make me feel a certain way, and that's what I've chosen for the injectables. Now for the orals, do have to make 220. We are 232 pounds as of today. This is kind of what we are looking like. So we have more than enough time, but we are doing Clen 50 micrograms only pre-cardio. I'm only doing cardio 4 times a week. So we're only taking Clen 4 times a week. And that's because I don't want to overly stress out my heart or my central nervous system. We are taking 50 micrograms of T3. Again, T3s are known for slightly catabolic atmospheres, but because we're on so much gear and obviously everything else, I'm not going catabolic. And we are taking GW. Obviously, all of the Inno and Sin stuff are on nextlevelsups.net. We're doing 20 milligrams of GW because GW not only helps with fat loss, but it also helps with endurance. And because we have decided to go more for a rep-based and because we decided to go with more volume-based training because of all of the injuries that I'm facing right now, instead of just maxing out every fucking week like we did and then getting hurt before the meet, it helps with all of that endurance training. Now, the other thing we're taking for strength is LGD. I didn't know what this shit did until I started watching Greg Doucette, More Plates, More Dates. Even the Trend Twins, I think, touched on it in one of the episodes that I watched. But Greg was like, yeah, when I benched 500 pounds, he's like, all I took was test and LGD. And I've got to say that LGD is the closest thing to Halo that I've ever experienced in my entire life. It's not the aggression, it's not the aggression, it's not the rage. It doesn't give you that feeling, but for whatever reason, everything feels explosive. Everything feels nice. When I'm bench pressing, there's certain days that I'm like, oh, this feels like it's so much of a range of motion. But 20 milligrams of LGD pre-workout every single day right now, I'm moving this shit. I'm like, bro, like, it feels like my range of motion is less because I'm just that explosive. Then for the health, Because you guys know I got gyno surgery twice and I'm friggin' petrified in my head that it's gonna come back, we are taking 10 milligrams of Novadex every single day, and we're taking 1 milligram of Arimidex every other day. And you'll be saying, that's way too much Arimidex. Guys, I've gotten my blood work done, and this sits my estrogen about 42, which is in like the middle lowish range for estrogen. So that's clearly what I have to do on 600 milligrams to keep my estrogen in check. I know some of you guys can take 600 milligrams of tests and take 0 AIs and your estrogens be at 50. Everyone's different. That's why it's important to do kind of this research at the beginning stages so then you know for the rest of your life what you have to do. And then we take 10 milligrams of Cialis every other day because Cialis has a 36-hour half-life, and it just kind of keeps the blood flowing. It keeps my blood pressure perfect. Take my blood pressure every single week. Right now, this past week, it was 128/75, so near fucking perfect. And I got a family doctor again and gave me a full requisition for blood work, but I'm gonna wait until all this is done because after this competition, we're gonna come down to a TRT for 4 or 5 weeks, make sure all of our health markers are in check, and then absolutely get fucking shredded for summer. But that is the cycle leading up to the competition. Obviously, we went over the peptides this morning, TB500 and BPC. I actually hurt my knee a little bit on that 700-pound single that you guys saw, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to squat until the meet, but we are blasting those peptides. I'm about to roll one of the best bench press days I have ever had. We did 455 pounds for an easy double. I don't think I've ever moved 455 that easy for 2 before. We did end up missing the 3rd rep, but I'll go over that after the bench press. Scaled back a ton on the drugs, as you can see, and it's gonna be crazy because on this lesser dose, my body is like getting better. It's looking better. I feel better. I don't know if you can like feel the energy through the camera, but like I'm back to that like positive self. Obviously, some other things in my life have drastically started to work out in my favor. So that's obviously why the positivity comes. I really feel that, not to go on another rant here, but I know you guys kind of like them, is 2024 is the year of TikTok therapists, you know? He's fucking manic. He's a narcissist. He's losing his mind. Guys, like, you're not a fucking therapist. You watch one TikTok video and you think you fucking know everything? Do you think all these names, breadcrumber, narcissist, existed 30 years ago before the internet? No, it was, holy fuck, that person just got sued for 120 grand and he's kind of a fucking dick lately. Or, oh my God, a family member of his just passed away and he's not handling it very well. And then he gets back on his feet and everything's good. You guys are so fucking quick to judge other people now instead of looking in the mirror and being like, yo, my life fucking sucks, you know? I feel like that's the only reason, because I don't think I've ever spoke poorly about anyone other than people taking advantage of other people using the internet. It gets a little absurd because I'm just so sick and tired of everyone putting people down, calling people names, manipulating people into believing something that they don't even believe themselves to make a quick dollar. Online fucking salesmen's, like, I'm so tired of it, man. Yeah, shit goes wrong in your life. Shit's gonna go wrong in all of our lives, but shit's gonna go right as well. And I guarantee you that every single person's mood is gonna dictate off of what's currently going on in their life. 9 times out of 10, if someone's being a dick to you, if somebody is writing something mean about you, it's because they have some shit going on in their life that they can't handle themselves and they want to drop it on you. So my biggest advice, if you are that person, because I know you're watching this, is how about you fix your life? And if you fix your life so well, then you see someone else doing so fucking poorly or losing their mind or manic, maybe you reach out to them and be like, hey bro, what's going on? Like, what, like, can I help? What do you need? Words of encouragement? Do you need, hey, help? I'm here for you, bro. Like, have you ever thought of that? instead of just fucking, you're a fucking pussy, you're so manic, oh, this is a train wreck waiting to happen. You guys fucking disgust me. And for the other ones that are writing positive shit, you guys are the reason that this world has not fallen apart yet. And I'm fucking proud of every single one of you, and I'm trying to be like you. Because I'm negative in my own space. I never spew negativity to other people, but I really need to work on like my self-talk, on being like positive towards myself. Because I think that's also going to make a huge difference in my life. So with that said, let's roll the bench video. Didn't do an outro after the bench video. So if you guys could take 2 seconds before and hit that subscribe button, let's get to 150,000 subscribers. And if you haven't looked at our short form content, we're doing really well on the short form content. On Instagram, we're averaging 300 to 600,000 views a video, and we just got a YouTube short to hit 33 million views. So thank you guys again for the support, and I will see you in the next video.
Push it.
We're fucking talking about 405 just like a fucking warm up, and then 455. We're only gonna do a double, but this is why we do this training. 455, 2 absolutely flew, form was on point. I said, let's go for one more. So I tried to push that third rep. My elbows slightly flared out, the weight slightly came towards me, and the spotter did a fucking crazy job making sure I didn't tear my chest, didn't tear my shoulders, trying to just grind that fucking up. Clearly, we know the lockout needs work, but 455 for 2, moving like fucking butter, means easy 500 plus in the meet. We're just fucking killing this shit. So we're gonna do a little bit of accessories for triceps and chest. Not too much though, because we're 3 weeks out now, and then go home and recover. So let's kill it.